So this is how this 60 years old man brutally unalived his 20 years old girlfriend. Now the story begins with this woman. Her name is Selma and she's 20 years old at this time, living in Gardnersville, Maserati County. Selma is smart and she's independent and she's working hard to support herself. But life hasn't been so easy. And so she meets this guy. His name is Augustine and he's 60 years old at this time, living in the same neighborhood. At first, everything is simple. Augustine is loving and caring and he showers her with a lot of gifts. And she enjoys this attention because why not? They laugh, they talk, they share meals, and he showers her with more gifts. For a while, this seems like a dream come true for Selma. Slowly the balance begins to shift. Augustine becomes more controlling, checking her calls, detecting where she goes, questioning her visitors. Now, arguments begin to grow. They argue about everything: money, phone calls, friends, and so on. The argument grows intensively. Now, Selma, she didn't sign up for this, and so she feels trapped and intimidated, and every attempt to regain her independence is met with force and intimidation. It was on June 1st, 2024 when she decided that she was fed up, and so she tells Augustine that she is leaving, packing a few belongings and preparing to walk out. But Augustine, he doesn't want to lose his sweetie pie, and so he refuses to let her go. And so they start arguing, and words escalated into a physical struggle. He grabs her wrist to stop her from leaving. Selma struggles. She tries to pull free, and so he shoves her onto a chair, and she hits her head against the wall. Dazed, but she tries to run, and Augustine picks up a nearby stool, and he swings it onto her head repeatedly until she stops moving. Now Augustine panics, and for the next few hours he moves around the house, pacing and trying to figure out what to do. And so he wiped some of the blood and pushed Selma's body into a corner, and then he left the house briefly to clear his head. And when he returned, he realized that Selma was no longer moving, and so he began to panic. A few moments later, a friend came to check up on Selma, and when she noticed the scene, she immediately called for help. And so without hesitation, boom, the police arrested Augustine and charged him with murder. Good for him.